I learned pole dance in a hard way. It was not pole dance like in a club, but was professional, acrobatic. You need to climb up 10 meters and do some tricks, and then like slide down, and everybody needs to be like, you know, if you heard about Ida Portal or Goata, it's movement through space where you can move like an animal. So you don't have this, yoga mat one space, but your goal is move forward and to explore obstacles, make the music flow through you, and you can express a lot of emotions.
Okay.
Yes, and because my philosophy of movement started to move more to the primal side, to the animal side, I guess my love to dancing also started to move more to the ancestor side, to the primal side, and I started to really love Afro dance.
Welcome to this new episode, and today I am here with Tamara in her beautiful villa in Phangan. How are you, Tamara?
Thank you. I'm feeling great, thank you, Luca. How are you?
Very good. So Tamara is a dancer and a body movement teacher, okay? So I also know that you're working on something new right now.
Yes, I start to learn about nutrition and also start to provide nutrition and plus workout online. So it's very exciting for me, very new. So I started to have my first clients, and it's been very, very interesting.
Very nice. So we'll have time to get into it. But first of all, I'd like to ask you, what is your story in life?
I was born in Kazakhstan, in a very small town, village, and I moved to study in a bigger city, and I always wanted to dance. I always was searching myself in this. I started to learn ballroom when I was 20 years old. I know it's quite long, and it's quite late to start at this age to learn ballroom, but I did it, and I did some competitions in that, and I was super passionate about that. And then I moved to some other dance styles and started to explore more. Then I opened my dance school, Luca Dance, in Almaty. I had it for 3 years, and it was not easy, not easy, because I didn't have any business experience, and I did basically everything, writing on paper, doing the all design almost myself. So. And then after all of these 3 years, I was burned out completely because it was too much responsibility for me. I literally was working in several places to build my dance school. So at some point I was burned out completely, and I just wanted to drop everything. And I went for holiday in Thailand, first time, and when I come back, I'm sitting, I remember, and I just can't be here. I want to go there, to the palm trees, to the warm weather. And I decided to start to look for some options for me to work abroad. And as I'm a dancer, guess what? I try to find artist job, like artist, performer, and it's very tricky job, because you go abroad, you're a young girl, and you don't know what basically gonna happen, and nobody was supporting me. Of course, no parents, no friends, nobody. They were crazy, Tamara, you're crazy, you go just like that. And I was thinking about this decision, I think, for a couple months, and then I'm like, okay, I do it. So I decided to go abroad as a dancer and just give my studio to one of the girls who started to teach in my studio. And I just decided to do this, and oh my God, I regretted so many times that I go to dance abroad.
Why?
It was so dangerous. Like,
Which country did you go to?
so I went to Turkey first, then I worked in Dubai, nearly Dubai, and then I worked in Thailand. So this is 3 countries where I worked in, and it was very adventurous and very crazy. Sometimes it was nearly criminal situations, and I share actually about it in some interview in Kazakhstan, and it get a lot of views. I can share with you as well if you want to see. It's possible to translate it. So yeah, I had a lot of adventures like an artist, so I think it helped me to build some strength and character for this.
For sure.
Yeah, and then at some point I fall in love, and literally I met a man who helped me to go out of the dancer life, because it's sometimes too crazy, you know. You dance every day, you perform every day, your body is physically tired every day. Also, there is a lot of stress behind this job, like you can't imagine, and it's not holistic lifestyle at all. You sleep at the daytime and work at the nighttime. And of course it's like some of the performing projects you work like artist with a show, so you don't need to drink, but most of this you need to drink. So you need to drink with guests, so it's like almost required.
What kind of venues were you dancing in then? It's like more like nightclubs or stuff like that?
I worked in different actually projects. I worked in performance like a professional show ballet. It was easiest and very pleasant work, I could say, because you just go and dance, learn show with the costumes, and that's all. You don't need to do anything crazy. You dance 2 times per day, full show, so 1 time, and just having a dinner and go sleep. But sometimes where you have, for example, pool parties where you can work as a go-go, and it's, you know, it's literally this sun heat. This is sun heat, you're tired sometimes, somebody bought you a drink or something, you know, and you are sometimes feel very crazy in this and come back super tired. Also, I worked in the circus. Yes, it was very crazy circus, and it was not easy job for me because I learned pole dance in a hard way. It was not pole dance like in a club, but was professional, acrobatic. You need to climb up 10 meters and do some tricks, and then like slide down, and everybody needs to be like, you know, scared of your show.
I'm scared. I'm scared now. You're telling me.
Yes, I can't believe I did it. I think it was the most challenging moment of my life, and I was able, without experience, learn this show, and from the top upstairs, just hold the pole with my legs, one leg like that, and being able to just wave people around with my head down. Yeah, this was like, when I first time did it, I'm like, okay, Tamara, you can be proud. Yes, so this kind of show. So I really tried different. And yes, I worked in the clubs too, as a go-go dancer. Actually, this job is my favorite because I felt that I don't need to learn any choreography. I don't have any structures for my dance, so I can just, you know, I can just free my body. And it was my favorite actually job, but I don't work it like all the time, so it's like changing All the time you find one, then another. So I worked like that for 6 years of my life.
Wow,
Yes.
wow, that's a long
Yeah, it's a long time.
Well, a theme that there is in your story so far is the fact you seem to be a very courageous, kind of empowered kind of lady, you know, because you started a business like that, and then you went abroad, and then you were doing all these acrobatics, and you were fearless almost, is that right? I mean,
Yes, yeah.
you were always very courageous growing up as well in Almaty, in Kazakhstan?
If in my childhood, yes, I think so. I think so, because I always love to hang out with the boys more than with the girls.
Oh.
I love to climb somewhere very high, where everybody is afraid of. I want to go there. So yeah, I remember these moments.
Okay, so you always like to push the boundaries a little bit, is that
Yes,
right? Or you
yes.
stretch yourself out a little bit as much
Yes.
as you can go, is that
Yes,
right?
yes, exactly. I like it. I like this.
It's fun to see because, you know, in a culture that is becoming by the day more fearful and more concerned about safety, you know, this is a bit of a theme that we have on the media at the moment. Everything is dangerous. To see somebody so
Yeah.
free-spirited and so empowered and courageous as you are, that's, you know,
Oh,
it's very
thank you.
inspiring to me.
Thank you, Luca. Thank you. I am happy somebody is listening my stories and finally recording it. So I really appreciate it.
Very nice. I remember I met you a long time ago, like maybe 3-4 years ago, because of you were working for this app, the local app here in Phangan.
Yes, I'm still there.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
I'm
okay,
still
okay.
there.
So that's good. So you have this sort of part-time job or something that
Yes.
provides a base, and then you can now fully enjoy
Yeah.
your dancing.
Yeah.
I met you like maybe a week ago in Zen Beach. You were doing some sort of sample dance.
Yes,
Anybody
yeah.
was invited, and it was so much fun. You know, on Zen Beach, she was dancing, and we had to follow your moves.
Yes, like animation. I love it.
Animation is called, yeah? And there were like maybe 5-6 people, and everybody was watching. So much fun.
Yes, love it. Yeah, exactly. I think sometimes I do too many projects, and it could be very like crazy at some point when you have a lot of tasks. But I still love to keep main projects and my passion, which is a passion dance, of course, everything about dance. Also, I love to learn about nutrition and movement, and also work in real life, which is about intimacy relationships. So I feel that all of my projects works. They kind of support my own development, which is really amazing.
Movement is part of you know, the human experience in life, thanks God. And moving the body is very important. It's very healthy. It's good for the body itself, but it's also good for your psychology, for your mind. And I would go as far as saying it's good for the soul too. I mean, if you have this connection with the soul. But tell us a little bit more about the kind of dance that you do, and you know, how you teach movement to people as well.
Well, movement, it's for me everything, I would say, because our body is a tool to move through life. And I try to really learn a lot of things in movement, starting from the dance, and I moved to the yoga, flexibility. Now I focus on mobility more, and more about, and now I move to nutrition because it's all related to body. I feel that it's like infinite to learn about. And it's every kind of movement can teach you something. For example, yoga can teach you peacefulness and mind, and feeling the breath, connection from the inside. Movement which I started to explore, it's just like a movement through space. If you heard about Ida Portal or Goata, it's movement through space where you can move like an animal. So you don't have this, you know, yoga mat, one space, but your goal is move forward and to explore obstacles. And
You do that as well,
yes,
yeah?
I do that as well. It's very interesting. It's really changed my philosophy of movement big way. And then, of course, dance. Dance for me, it's more a when movement connected to emotions, when you can express it, when you're not only about inner self, or not only about the movement forward or trying to make your muscles bigger or something like that. It's when you literally can make the music flow through you and you can express a lot of emotions.
Okay.
Yes, and because my philosophy of movement started to move more to the primal side, to the animal side, I guess my love to dancing also started to move more to the ancestor side, to the primal side, and I started to really love Afro dance.
Afro dance, that's what you're doing now on the
Yes,
island.
I do that, and I created Afro Fit workout where you can dance and sweat and burn calories a lot, and it's very, very fun way, and your body is literally feeling this, you know, the animalistic side, and I feel that it's more freedom exactly in this kind of dance, because all our ancestors probably was from Africa, and we were dancing these tribal dances, you know, where you don't need to follow certain structure, which I did in all other styles. I dance a lot of styles, but this one you literally can just flow with your body and with the rhythms. Oh, well, yes.
So that's Afro dance, and I think you have a class every week, is that right? Or how often do you do it?
Yes, I do now once per week only. I do it for my passion more, more for my like soul. I teach
That's so
offline
lovely.
groups.
And I think on Zen Beach, I mentioned earlier, you know, when we were dancing, that was a bit of a taste of your teachings.
You tried, eh?
And it is an amazing workout indeed. I mean, you really sweat, you really go for it, and your whole body moves in different ways, so it's very healthy, you feel amazing. And also you get into some sort of like a state of flow, you know, where again, I think it's great for your mind, I can tell. And with other people, then you can dance with each other a little bit, you can exchange some sort of energy. And in the context of Zen Beach, but I'm sure you can do it, you know, in a studio as well. It's so much fun, and I really recommend it, actually.
Yes, we do that. Come join.
So tell me a little bit more about your journey into dance. So we already mentioned that you had in the circus, that you were doing the clubs, you were doing different style of dance. Phangan is quite developed when it comes to Latin dance. Are you part of the scene at all, or you know?
Yes, of course, I love Latin dance. I dance all styles of Latin dance as a follower and even as a leader. Yes, I can do that. I really have fun in Latin parties. I go for festivals sometimes. But I found I danced it so long in my life that I want always explore something new. I'm this kind of person, very curious about new stuff, new things, and I think that's why I moved to the Afro dance, because there is more freedom and more curiosity for me. I can explore more moves.
Yeah, and everybody can dance, right? I mean, as long as you don't have any major physical injury, then you can dance. And you dance with children as well, or like older people, or not
I
so
dance
much?
with adults, but maybe I will start dance with the children. I have some idea about that, about Afro dance for kids. I think gonna be cool. Yes, we'll see how it goes. Now I work mostly with adults. Yeah, anybody can join my class. There is no limits.
Very nice. So let's talk about this package now that you have this program that you're doing. So there is a component of movement, a movement component always, but also there's the nutrition aspect. So can you tell us how it works? Is it online or?
Yes, it's online. It's online. It's a new project. It's called Atomic Reset.
Atomic Reset, boom! Becoming more topical, the nuclear aspect.
So it's basically I want to combine movement and nutrition. This is two essential components of my program, which you can pass online and offline if you are here on the island as well. Okay. And what I do, I help people to get back to their lean bodies, so dream bodies. So when you are moving every day and you are aware of what you eat, it's more possibility you will get there when you want to. And the main problem of people nowadays that they're really disconnected from the bodies. They're always in the minds, they're always in their laptops. It's like common problem. I also feel sometimes that I'm too much into my laptop work. But we are made to move, and we are made, our body made certain way to be healthy. And if you wanna be healthy, you need to eat certain way, very simple actually, and you need to move every day. This is two things, very simple, basic, but people are struggling with this a lot. Here on the island we have a lot of movement, but outside world they do not have it. And even here sometimes people don't have it.
Sedentary lifestyle and this lifestyle of work where you're 10 hours a day connected with the, and if you're not, you see people scrolling all the time. I was on the beach the other day and I was looking at the tourists, like people in their 30s and 40s
like
on a holiday, you know, and totally alienated, scrolling this, and you know, nobody really fully realizes, everybody knows this, but nobody really fully realizes how addicted that you know we are getting on these phones. It's like unbelievable, you know. Very bad for the mental health, but also then if you're scrolling all day, you're not gonna move so much, right?
Yes. Exactly.
So let's go into the dance component. Is it like Afro dance in the package, or is what kind of dance you teach them? What kind of movement?
So it's not easy to teach them Afro dance, but I will maybe consider it. I teach mobility. It's like must-have. Okay. Because we need to be fluid, to stand up fast from chairs, to feel our body energized. I could say the strength, like a gym, it's not so like important as a fluidity of your body, because your joints health, your alignment, posture, it depends on that. So what's included, first of all, it's mobility training.
Okay.
And full assessment of the body, also your body goals. And depends on this, we move forward, and I assign all macronutrients to the people, and then I support them and guide them through all the journey. Yes.
And the nutrition side is, do you follow any specific regime, any kind of diet, or it's more customized?
No, it's customized, but I don't tell people what to eat. They can eat pizzas. If it's in the frame, they can eat pizzas. I can eat it too. But it must be aware. I would say they need to be aware what they eat. But you literally can lose weight and get back to your lean body even eating ice cream and pizzas. It's real.
All right.
But not so much. Not all the days, of course. Not all the
I'm
days.
a whole food and nutrition guy, you know. So for me, whole food is the holy grail. But yes, the cheat day sometimes it's okay, you know. Even myself, you know.
Yes.
I wish I was so you know structured around food. Okay. So that's nice. So we're gonna put the link into the description.
Yes,
Very
great.
nice.
It will be great. Yes.
Phangan is your home now, because you've been here for years now, right?
Yes.
I mean, a beautiful place, we know, but why do you love Phangan so much?
Oh, because of this freedom. Exactly, freedom of body movement. In all areas you can explore your body. If you want, you can literally go from the morning, you wake up and you just go to move your body, yoga, dance, some practices, I don't know, breath work, everything what is vibrating your body from inside out, you can find in one little island. It's amazing. When I first arrived here, I stay here for 9 days holidays, and I just cannot go out. I change my life like that, like everything. I change my perception just from this 1 week, because I'm like, well, okay, I go to Bangkok, I will start to build my career, is how I wanted. I will not dance so much, I will not stretch so much, I will not use my body. It feels not right. And I just felt myself right in the first place here. And I just like, okay, I extend 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and it's
keeps on going. You cannot leave.
Sticky Island.
Sticky Island, you know. It's and the freedom aspect, of course, you know. And let's hope that we can keep this freedom, you know, because I mean, it's a very free place here. You can really do what you want, pretty much. I mean, you have to be aware of the local culture when you're in front of Thai people, but otherwise, you know, like in your privacy of your own home, or even on the beach, There's so much freedom here and so many parties and things. I personally not so much of a party guy. I know that you enjoy the party a little bit more or not anymore?
You know, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Wow.
I think I move more to the like morning parties. For
The
example, like
holistic,
static dance,
Oh, the
when you
static.
just go in the morning when you want to just move your body as you want to. But these big parties, for me, I feel like it's more like wasting your body.
Yeah, it's too much for me too.
Yes, and I was there, but now I know. I think I go to the next stage.
Oh, very good, but that's what happens as well in Phangan. You know, particularly if you start thriving on the island, you know, you tend to be gravitating more onto towards a healthy lifestyle,
Yes,
where the parties become like a
right.
smaller component of your life.
Yeah.
And yeah, in my case as well, you know, I go to bed quite early, like 10:30, 11, I'm in bed usually.
wow.
I get up early in the morning. I enjoy that. So your plan is to continue to live here in Phangan, is that right? Or what's your plan?
You know, share my plans. In Phangan, it's not easy to plan because everything changing. It's very turbulent island. But I think I will stay for next year for sure, maybe 6 months, 1 year. And then I really want to explore world more, and I want to go to Africa.
Go travel,
so
yeah.
much.
Dancing,
yes,
Africa.
I need to dance there. I need to learn these authentic moves. I want to dance in tribes. Yes, this is what is my nearest plan.
So that's your dream. You know, I wish you success, you know, in going to Africa.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you'll come back, because everybody comes back eventually,
yeah.
you know. Anyway, Tamara, thank you very much for sharing your story today, you know,
Thank
and Kapun Kap.
Kapun Kap. Thank you, Luca.